I think that people see commercials and like think that the people are telling the truth in them.
How?
I have done ads and I have had people legitimately be like, oh, is this product like actually really good?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I read the script that they gave me.
Name names. What are the products you don't like? Say it.
I won't. Book me. I'll lie. Welcome to When Harry Dumped Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com. We discuss the main relationship in the rom-com and decide how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
And if they break up, who breaks up with who? And wow, why do they do that to them? If that happens.
If it happens.
Yes.
And today we watched Kate and Leopold from 2001.
Another 2001 film.
Yes. Our log line for this movie. An English duke from 1876 is inadvertently dragged to modern-day New York, where he falls for a plucky advertising executive.
I love plucky.
Plucky is insane.
Do you ever hear plucky for men, or is plucky just for women?
It feels like a woman thing. I don't even know if I would you describe her as plucky in this movie? I guess. I think I would be annoyed if anyone ever described me as plucky.
Plucky is fundamentally like condescending, I think.
It feels
like, wow, you're so little, but you have such.
But you got like a big personality. Yeah.
I don't
just
like
sort of
plucky.
like, I don't know. I feel like, why? What?
Yep.
So we've got Kate and Leopold, as the title suggests, is
Yes.
our main couple.
Yes.
And Kate is Meg Ryan and Leopold is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. I had never heard of this film.
Me neither.
That's it.
That's it. It was fine.
It was fine. It was an all right time. It was a little too long.
Yeah. It was very, I like a fish out of water time travel situation. So that's always fun.
That was fun for us.
Having somebody be in the wrong time period and being like, what is all of this? That's a good time.
I think the thing that gets me annoyed with this and so many other rom-coms is they love to do the thing where you're just so close and then, it all just goes to shit for a second. I'm like, it's gonna. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
It's called the conflict.
I think the conflict in theory was a lot of the film, but you're right. That's their one little extra at the end they tack on just to make you go,
is it gonna happen?
And I mean, I say that shit, but it's like, I fucking love House, and every end of episode is House like, it wasn't the cure. What is the cure? So whatever.
It's just classic storytelling.
Yeah. I guess the function of our podcast means I know they're gonna end up together. And so I'm like, come on.
We all know.
Yeah.
This movie obviously ends with them together.
Yeah.
It ends with them together with her traveling back in time to his time, which I took issue with immediately because she leaves her career and life and
huge
everything.
Promotion. She's in charge of the whole New York office of this advertising agency or whatever.
To go, but then I did also have the thought where I was like, she's not going to have to work anymore.
Yeah. And she makes it clear she is like really tired of her job by the end of the film.
And I think that I had like I was like, no, fuck this. And then I was like, well, you get to kind of just be a duchess.
You get to be a duchess, but also like you're going to be exhausted. There's so many things that make our lives easier.
Oh, you would have to go live in 1876, which also watching this, I think that like my concept of the 1800s is like not maybe correct.
Tell me more.
I feel like he's, off the top being like at this point we have electricity.
Yes.
And he's talking about inventing an elevator.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I think like anything pre-1900s, I'm like, well, that's there was fucking dinosaurs. Like, I don't know. I don't know what was happening in that time, but like nothing good.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a little bit, obviously less. There's nothing to scroll.
There's
That's
no
rough.
scrolling. I don't know if they're letting women read. I don't know.
Well, women have. He was talking about a librarian. Like
Oh,
women
that's true.
seem
There's
to
a woman
have
in the library.
jobs.
They
I think
couldn't
poor
vote yet.
women could not vote.
They couldn't vote yet.
Yeah,
And
you could be a part of that movement.
for sure, yeah, she'll get to be in
Maybe.
another like 50 years, 60 years. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be dead.
Yeah, probably. But
Healthcare not that great.
no, and I don't know like what the food is like, and I don't know. It's okay. It would. I thought functionally it would be harder for him to come to our time because you have to have so much like records of being a person here.
Yeah.
And I imagine her going back in time, you could just be like, oh, you
She
don't
just
know
like
her.
moved here from wherever.
Yeah.
I picked her up somewhere.
Exactly.
Also, they are in New York.
Yeah.
He's from
England.
somewhere. But they're in New York. I feel like being in a city around this time would probably be a better situation, a little more going on than being like a farm girl.
I mean, it has to have more going on.
Has to be a little bit better.
Dances and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I really thought like most of the film, I'm like, they're not going to do the thing in
Where
rom-coms
she leaves her
where she has to
job.
leave her high-paying job to be in love. Like she's gonna get to have it all. And I
Well-
thought they were hinting at that too because of all the elevators with Otis. And I was like, oh, I bet what he does is he goes back in time and like teaches Otis, his guy who helps him, to like make all the elevators, and so it gets to be on him, and so he doesn't like take the claim for it, and he comes to
They
our time.
bailed on the elevator plot so fast.
Yeah.
That plot line, that was like maybe my main critique plot wise of this movie
Okay.
is
The elevators?
yep.
What do you feel like? Or maybe we get into it later. What do you think?
So when he first arrives,
also-
elevators are breaking.
Yes.
Because it's like, and I thought it was going to be a like butterfly effect thing.
Oh,
Because they're implying like, oh, he's not back in time to invent elevators.
yes.
And then
elevators
that's just
are broken
like,
everywhere.
yeah. But then they just like never address that again. And then elevators are fine sometimes.
No. The elevators are fine once he's back in the right time.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty consistent with the elevators.
The
Personally.
entire city, all elevators
Yes.
broke,
It
and
was-
nobody's making a big
It was
deal
all over
out of
the
it.
news. It was all over the news things. And the news things, they were all like, yeah, elevators everywhere. Blah, 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 blah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it was that way. I agree with that at the beginning, and then
Sure.
I felt like it like no longer mattered, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think like then we're involved with them and their blah, blah, blah. And it is a film that's going to focus more on the romance than the fun time repercussions, but I agree we could have seen more of that.
I think there could have been more repercussions, I
Yeah.
guess. I agree in the beginning,
Yeah.
they were like, oh my God, elevators.
Yeah.
And I think that I expected there to then be more butterfly effect things happening.
I agree.
And I felt like that kind of got dropped.
For sure.
So I was like, I don't know.
And I think that given how crazy it would be and how crazy it'd be in the news, I don't think that her ex should have been in a psych ward for all of that about the elevators. They should have been
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, elevators are getting fucking weird everywhere.
Kind of weird.
Maybe we don't need to medicate you for falling in an elevator.
Also, I'm like, you don't think somebody else would have invented an elevator?
You think it would have happened no matter what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's got to be like, stairs, they're not cutting it.
I just think that there's so much parallel thought. Like
Yeah.
you can, I feel like I've had this experience plenty of times creatively where you're like, I have this idea. I
Yeah.
like this idea. Maybe you even start working on it and then somebody else makes it.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that there's one human in the entire world who is going to make an elevator. Like
It's
somebody
true.
else would have made an elevator.
For sure. I completely agree.
So I don't know. Anyway, I think there should have been more butterfly effect, or
Yes.
maybe we don't need that. But
Yeah.
or maybe it was a perfect film. I don't know.
It was not a perfect film. It was not a perfect film. And I do wonder if she stays down there. We don't know how long. We didn't say how long we think they'll be together.
Yeah, if she stays there or
But
comes back.
If she stays there, her ex is gonna like go to prison. They're gonna think he murdered her.
Oh
They're
yeah.
gonna think he did away with the body.
Yeah.
Like, this is not looking good for this poor guy who was just in the psych ward.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
She does not care.
No.
Good
No.
for her.
The police are gonna be
Send
like,
your ex to jail.
I guess the,
Fake your death. Pull a gone girl.
actually, the police officer did see her jump over a bridge.
Oh,
So
that's
they're
a
probably
good
gonna
point.
go
They're like, she
suicide.
killed herself.
Yeah. Easy.
All right, never
Okay,
mind.
we're
He's
fine.
safe.
He's safe.
So she can stay there. I think the other thing that's concerning is that his family is running out of money because his parents are dead.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to marry him off in the beginning
To a woman with
to
money.
a woman with money. And now he's bringing this woman from the future in who definitely has no money in this time
None.
period. And so what are we doing?
I think Elevator could make good money.
Yeah, he could just be a little
He'd be
inventor
the little
man.
Inventor man, you know? And she
That's
knows.
nice.
I don't know. I feel like
She knows stuff. She could probably figure out,
She could get a
like,
job.
be influential in some way.
she could make whole future. I don't know.
I
Like,
think
do you
they're
ever
gonna have a fun little life.
I'm excited for them. Okay, how long do we think they're gonna be together? I have a lot of. Do we think they're gonna like stay in the past? Do we think they're ever gonna visit the present? Like,
I
what's
think
the
that
deal?
we're gonna have to discuss
Okay,
that
yeah,
because
you're right,
my opinion changes quite a bit.
I know.
Depending.
That's fair.
3, 2, 1, forever.
6 months?
I was like, she's gonna think I'm crazy.
I don't. I was considering forever, but I'm like, no, this woman's gonna get bored.
Yeah, I think if she gets bored, and I think that there are two obvious outcomes. She's either there forever.
Yes.
She decides forever.
Yes.
And if she's having a good time and she builds a little life for herself, great. But if she gets bored
Yes.
and she's like, I've had enough, all she has to do is come back to the future.
Exactly. Dunzo. Bye.
And I think she will know pretty quickly if she's going to do that or not.
Yeah, I think she could not be bored as long as she like. There's so much I imagined that she could get involved with or engaged with.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, she does say that she is tired of work, and who the fuck isn't?
Yes.
Like, I don't love the giving up your career thing,
No.
but I'm like, if you're going to give up your career to go in the past and be like royal, that
Fine.
might be a good way to give up your career.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's not like, oh, you moved to a stupid Christmas tree farm or like some bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you like went to a totally different time zone. Also, though, is she gonna like, I'm like, are you gonna miss your brother? You got family.
She goodbye to the brother.
Yeah, she was like, goodbye
Yeah.
forever.
Yes.
And I guess they know that this is there so they could like pop in and visit her.
I think they could.
And I guess she could come to the
I think they
future
could
if
all
she
be
wants
visiting
to.
each other. I think they're doing fine. I mean,
They're
the
just gonna
portal
go
seems
back
to-
and forth between time. Oh my god, what a dream!
I know. They're living the dream. In theory, the portal only goes back to that one day.
Oh,
But I don't know if they, whatever. Her ex seems like smart enough or with enough to find whoever to feel like there must be other days.
Yeah,
There can't just be one crack in the fabric of space time.
yeah.
Surely
If there's
there are
one,
multiple.
there's got to be more.
Yeah, exactly.
He just has to find him.
Uh-huh.
Or she'll just stay in that time because honestly, like, who's not tired of working? I would
It's
love
true.
to not.
It's true.
And I think that she would find things to maybe busy herself with.
Yeah. Okay. I give it either 3 months or forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Okay. I don't know if they're going to do the hopping back and forth would be cool, but it would also be a lot. It's like, okay, are you paying rent on an apartment in New York? Like, you got to have money.
Yeah. I don't know how her brother, I imagine her brother like inherits everything of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what he does with the apartment. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I don't know how this all plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start off.
Back in time.
It's 1876. Leopold is, being told that he's at the erection of
the
Brooklyn Bridge, I think.
We think so. And the guy keeps saying it. The guy makes it goes, a glorious erection. And
The biggest erection.
behold my big heart erection. All this
Yeah.
erection shit. And everyone there of that time is like, yeah,
This
what?
is a word that we use
For these things.
apparently.
But then is it the actors leave?
Schreiber.
But I forget his character's name.
Yeah,
Stuart?
his name's Stuart.
Stuart is this guy from our
Kate's
time.
ex.
Yeah. And he's laughing every time the person says erection because he
Yeah.
can't fucking help it.
And so Leopold decides to follow him.
They're like, what a strange guy. And he has a
Yeah.
strange little device too.
He has like a tiny camera
Yeah.
that he's taking pictures
Yeah.
with. Which I was like, what is this device? But then apparently that's a thing.
I'm sure he
that
found a
existed
space-time crack into the future too. He pulled one of
to
those
get
cameras.
that little weird like sci-fi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
So we find out that Leopold's a duke.
Yeah.
He wants to invent the elevator. He wants to be an inventor, but his uncle's like, you gotta go get married.
Yeah. And I'm like,
it's
"You're a man, you can do both. What are we talking about?
he's just like, I've never felt love, so I never want to be married.
Yeah.
I'm an inventor, uncle.
And he's like very bored. He's very born into privilege and ashamed of it, which I think is great. But his uncle's like, your father would be like disgusted. If
Yeah.
you knew how you are, you know?
Which also, I'm like, this is a reason. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to be in the future? It would be harder for him. But he could be an actor, but he didn't like that.
No, he did not like acting. I don't
Yeah.
think.
He was like, this is a lie.
I loved it. It was so fun. So yeah.
They're like, okay,
Uncle
we're going to
hates
set
him.
you up with Miss Tree. And that's Kristen Shaw.
Yes.
And they're like dancing.
And then he sees the guy from the future snapping
Stewart
pictures
again.
and runs, and then they jump down like a.
Yes, he chases him to some tower, grabs him. The guy's like, you gotta let go. I'm trying to time travel. Pepper sprays.
Yes.
Leopold Stewart does. And then they both fall through the
Yes.
crack in time and end up in New York, 2001.
Yes, and Meg Ryan at that moment is in an elevator that like goes part way down. Elevators are getting weird.
Yeah.
And she and her ex Stuart seem to be like apartments on top of each
Yes.
other, and she does there's a lot of fire escape bullshit back and forth.
Yeah, which creeps me out.
I'm sure when you're like in a relationship and they were for 4 years, you're like
100%.
great.
But like fire escapes in general
Yeah.
on buildings,
Someone climbing right
I've
to
never, I guess, lived in one that I had easy access to my place
Yeah.
through it. I think it like creeps me out a little bit. I'm like, I feel like somebody could just come.
I'd be so
peek
nervous about
through
that. Yeah.
easily.
But when I put that away, it seems so like romantic in New York to me. Not like romantic in like
totally.
a just like in a I'm here in New York on a fire escape.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And being able to like dating somebody who's a neighbor who's in the same building is like for sure a vibe.
Yes.
I dated a neighbor for a period of time, and it was great because you just walk right next door.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So she hears a lot of stuff that's going on upstairs because the two people just came in from time, and she's like lies saying she wants her Palm Pilot, and
Yeah.
Stuart's like, I found a portal, a crack in the fabric of time. Oh, and they've been broken up for a month, it turns out, after a
Yes.
4-year
Very
relationship.
recent.
And they fight. She's like, I blew my best years. He's like, those were your best.
Yeah. Kind of a
Rough.
dick.
And next morning, Leopold wakes up.
Yes. He sees, and Stuart has left. Where did Stuart have to go? Or no, is Stuart
has
still
to walk
there?
the dog.
Okay.
Well, he's about to walk the dog.
Yeah, so Stuart is still there. He wakes up, he sees the dog, TV's turning on.
Yeah.
He accidentally hits the music,
Yeah.
like he's like pushing random buttons, and he's like, this would be insane.
Yes. It would be so shocking.
Yeah.
And it's true, like the pace of time now would also be
Yes.
so. It's all different. It's very different.
It would just be, and I think especially like, I don't know, I'm sure if we went, like how many years in the future are we? Over 100?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
It'd be insane. It'd be insane. And so Meg Ryan pops. Sorry, what's her name in this? Kate. It's in the
Kate.
title. Kate walks in all upset.
And he sees her and he says, you're a career woman, not dangerous, just plain.
Just plain, yeah, in trousers.
You're wearing trousers, you're a career woman. This is when he says he once courted a librarian.
in Sussex. And also Stuart during this time goes to walk the dog and basically falls down the elevator shaft because elevators don't exist now.
Yes, and so this is why he ends up in the hospital, and now she's with him because Stuart isn't there.
Yep.
So she's like, come on, you're walking Stuart's dog. Like, you're clearly Stuart's friend, and we
Yes.
got to take this fucking dog out because the dog's peed in the hallway. And she's
Yes.
like, come on.
Let's go.
And he's just freaking out. He's out in New York City.
Yeah.
Be crazy.
Everything looks different.
Cars.
Loud. Yeah, cars are new.
The dog's name is Bart. Bart chases some poodle. He's like running off. He has no control over this dog.
Stuart shits and he gets written up with a ticket because he won't pick up the shit 'cause he's like, what? There's a law for this?
Yeah.
And
He's like, respectfully, I refuse.
and I get it. So
Yeah.
eventually we see like our girl Kate in her workplace.
She works in
advertising.
She's like almost an advertise. She is an advertising executive, it seems like, and she
Yes.
eventually gets promoted to running the whole New York office.
Yeah, and she has a meeting with her boss, Bradley Whitford. Love seeing him.
Yeah.
And he says some crazy shit to her about how she's a rarity among women, and you don't do pretty, and you skew male. You're like a man. You're not really a woman.
Yeah.
Which is a wild thing
You
to say to a
understand
person.
women, but you aren't really one of them.
Yeah.
Another creepy boss.
Super creepy boss. It's so disappointing that I think to him is a compliment.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know?
feel like it's like the compliment of like, you're a chill girl. Like, you're
Yeah.
like one of the guys.
You're cool.
You're basically like a man. And
You don't
it's
have
like,
wants
that
and
doesn't need
needs.
to be a compliment. You can be a woman who just has these traits, and
Women
you're
come
still
in a lot of range.
We got a lot of variety.
So much
just like men
variety.
have variety. You could be a more feminine man, and
Uh-huh.
it doesn't make you any less of a man.
Yes. And so
Then Breckenmeyer comes into her apartment. It's her brother Charlie.
and eventually like sees
He's
Leo
yeah.
telling a story to a kid.
And
Charlie's an
he's
actor.
also an actor, and he's like, "Oh, you're like full method
so
right now."
method.
He's like, "Oh, that's sick!
Yeah.
Like, I love this."
It's so funny. And Kate visits Stuart in the hospital, and he gives her this little thing to get developed for the pictures for the proof.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know, like, what do you do when your partner says they found a crack in time and space? Like, what do you do?
If your ex did,
yeah,
like,
like, don't you kind
I mean, I would be like,
of okay? You'd be like, yeah.
I mean, I'd get the pictures developed.
I mean, like, why not get the pictures developed?
Yeah.
But she's
I
like
think it
high-power
depends
business
on the
lady.
it depends on the ex.
Yeah,
I think
really
with him
depends
it
on the
really
ex.
seems like they had a big conflict of like she was probably more successful than him, like for sure, and probably a more like logical person, and his like hobby was like
This
time
thing.
travel.
I don't get what his job is.
I don't know.
Or his life. So like, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So she was probably just like irritated with
Yeah,
the
like,
time
more of
travel
this dumb
thing
shit
at this
that you have
point.
going on.
And she's like, "Oh my god, you finally lost it." I think with an ex,
Yeah.
easily you're like, Jesus Christ, you're like making shit up now to get me back with you. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
That or like psychotic break.
Yes, you like our breakup has
Yeah.
like made you lose your mind.
Yeah.
Partner. I mean, I would probably be like, that's crazy, but I also would be kind of like,
Tell me more. How?
I'm a little interested.
I'd be like, we're playing a fun game.
But then when he was like, okay, you have to jump off the bridge to get there, I'd be like, oh my God, you really think you're going to kill
You're trying
me
to kill
that
me?
easily?
For sure.
You
I'm
think
like,
you're going to kill me?
Nice try, buddy.
By being like, jump off the bridge, babe. You'll go back in time.
I'm like, I don't hate my job that
I'm like,
much
oh my
today.
God, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. You don't
Yeah,
have to
please.
beg. Jeez.
Charlie invites Leopold to dinner with Kate,
Mm-hmm.
and Leo asks where the next course is.
Yeah, they're eating dinner at her apartment. It's like some, whatever food she made.
And he says some great thing. He says, "It is said without the culinary arts, the crudeness of reality is unbearable." And I'm like, that's so fucking true.
It really is.
Like, yeah, like a good meal. If I didn't like look forward to food,
What's the point?
yeah,
Eating can be very difficult because
Yes.
sometimes it's stressful to
And it's,
figure
like,
something out
work
and you're
to
like,
make it
I don't even
happen.
know. But when you know that there's going to be something good, sometimes planning for food is like, okay.
yeah.
Especially like weekend food.
Yeah.
That's nice to be like, oh,
We're gonna eat
Friday
this
night.
thing.
I know what I'm going to eat.
Uh-huh.
Like, I can get through the week now.
Yes, the crudeness of reality becomes bearable. So
And then he's explaining the time portal that Stuart found. He's kind of like, this is where I came from. And Charlie's like, this guy is a genius actor. This guy's the best actor ever. This is crazy. And she's like, he's literally a crazy man that he found in Times Square.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, he thinks he's a duke, and Charles is like, isn't that cool?
yeah. It's like, it's so awesome. And then she's like, he doesn't have a job. And he's like, hey, just because someone doesn't have a paying gig doesn't mean they aren't working on their craft. And I love that line.
It's so good. So whatever. There's like some time stuff, toaster stuff.
Yeah, he's I don't know. Oh, Stewart is like mad. The nurses are like, you gotta stop
You're
this,
sounding
buddy.
crazy with this time thing.
You're going to the psych ward soon.
And she decides that he'll be perfect for this read at work for this butter.
They're
that,
selling a low-fat
Leopold.
butter.
Yeah, like
And they're
basically
trying to
margarine.
find some like person who's going to be the spokesperson.
Yeah.
And when he goes on a rant about toast and how
like-
the toaster sucks, she's like, you know what? This is going to be great.
Yeah, he says life is not solely compromise of tasks, but tastes. And she's like, yes.
Come talk about butter.
Come on.
And so he does the line read.
He crushes it.
And everyone's like, this guy, he's going to sell butter.
And she's so happy. They're like walking away, and then her bag gets stolen, and she chases him, and he gets a horse to go pick her up, take her with, and
It's great.
yeah.
And this is what she like first has her like, wow, this
Oh my
is kind of hot.
God.
Also, I want to say her hair in this movie, crazy 2001
So
hair.
extremely 2001.
Choppy
Super straight,
as
PC
hell.
everywhere.
I had this haircut
Did you?
around this time.
I never could have.
Yeah, curly.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I really can't either. My hair is not naturally straight.
Yeah.
But I can straighten it to hell,
Yes,
which is
yes.
what I did, but
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
It was such a look.
And I was also in middle school, so like I didn't really understand styling hair.
Yeah.
I just like straightened it to hell and
Yes.
didn't really like do the product that I assume is needed to pull
Yeah.
off this look. So it really just looked like I had a bad haircut.
Such a funny look.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
so choppy.
There's kind of a lot of stuff with like Leo and Charlie bonding, which is cute. And her, during time, there's like a dinner where her boss is definitely hitting on her.
Yeah.
And at some point, her boss is like, "You haven't even kissed me yet."
Super weird. He orders at dinner. This is another weird aside, but he orders a fancy wine and an Evian. Do you remember? I feel like in movies around this time and TV shows, like Evian was like such fancy water.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people would order it all the time in movies and
That's
like fancy
funny.
restaurants.
I don't remember this, but I believe it.
I feel like as a child, maybe because my family just like didn't order water like it was like we'll have tap water.
Yeah, we always got tap.
Yeah, so like to me and like I think the name Evian just like
It
sounded
sounds
so fancy. So like I remember being young and I was just like, that is like the fancy,
The creme de la
that
creme of
is
the
the
water.
good shit is Evian. And I feel like I like genuinely kind of remember drinking an Evian for the first time and I was like, oh, it's just water.
It's just water. I will say, like, of bottled waters in the fridge, like at gas stations or whatever, my top two tasting ones,
Yeah.
it's Evian, it's Fiji.
Interesting.
Yeah, I find Arrowhead revolting.
Okay. Oh, Arrowhead's bad.
Bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Arrowhead's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a super water snob, I don't think in general, but Arrowhead, gross.
What are they doing?
I usually do Fiji or Smart Water.
Smart water's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be fancy with my water.
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to buy a bottle of water,
I'm going to buy good water.
Crystal Geyser, whatever.
Crystal Geyser is fine. You have it in a pinch, but like, come on.
Yeah. I just don't think water should be tasting that different. Do you
It's
know what I mean?
crazy how bad Arrowhead is.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
No, it's bad. Okay. Anyway, eventually, Leopold and Bro crash the dinner, and
Yeah,
he
and
makes
then
the guy look like an idiot.
And then they're going out to a club, and he's like, I like this girl, Patrice, and
Yeah, all that stuff happens. I don't think it's that relevant.
okay, yeah.
And so then they end up crashing the dinner with the boss.
Oh, okay, this is why we do that. Okay.
And then Leopold like basically makes
Oh
the boss
yeah,
look like an idiot.
he talks about something about the basement of the Louvre.
At the club?
Oh, this is at the club.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm like there's something about when he speaks French. This is when
So he speaks French at the dinner with
Yes.
with the boss.
Because the boss is trying to
I
be
know
like
French, and he's like, oh yeah, and he says something to him in French, and the boss doesn't know what it means.
yeah. And this is when Kate, I feel like when the boss is like, yeah, I'm fluent in French, Kate is kind of like, huh? And then Leopold speaks French and
easily.
he doesn't know. And she's like, what?
Well, I feel like she quickly becomes upset because it's very clear he's making her boss look like an
Yeah.
idiot. And so like stuff with the opera, whatever. Basically, he's just saying like your building's not from that time. You don't know the opera. You don't know French, and it makes her look. She's just embarrassed, you know.
Yeah. And then they leave and he says something to her, like he's talking shit about her boss to her. And he's like, I assume it's to her, to court a lady at work is trying to turn her into a whore.
So he says that during the dinner to the man,
Wow.
to the other boss.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's like a lot of stuff that gets really fucked up and makes her really upset. And so later he's at home and he's ruining a ton of good pens just to get all the ink out of them to write with the quill.
Write with a quill because he can't just use
a pen.
Yeah. Even though it functions the same exact way.
It's so funny. And he, writes her a letter and
she finds it during a meeting, opens it. It's a very nice apology and invites her to a private dinner on the rooftop.
And we keep seeing in and out of Stuart being
He's
crazy.
with
in
a
the psych
psychiatrist.
ward.
People are concerned about him.
Yeah.
Then he's with Charlie and they're getting flowers for Patrice.
And he knows all about flower
He
types.
knows that every flower
Means something.
has a meaning.
And I think just like back then, you have all the time in the world
To know
to
this.
get to know flower types. What else are you doing with your time?
Like this was I can't remember
a thing
the
that
name.
we had with it was one of our it was one who I think looks like Keira Knightley but was not Keira
Yeah,
Knightley.
it was when you didn't know who this woman was.
Yeah, and they're British and she was about to get it was like a love at first sight sort of film.
Yeah.
It was during July Pride Month. I think we would have watched it for one of the prides. Maybe?
No, we just watched it in
that?
July. Imagine Me and You.
Yeah. And that one there's a lot about because the Keira Knightley looking woman.
Cersei Lannister.
Yeah. But yeah, he knows all these flower types and Kate's assistant writes a reply to the guy and faxes it back. And
she meets him on the roof.
yes.
And it's very cute. This dinner was nice.
It was a cute dinner.
I feel like the whole thing with him also, I was like, this is very nice to be like romanced.
Yes. It's lovely to be romanced.
And I feel like he's like really like he's a duke. He's like, yes, I'm going to go above and beyond, like make the most beautiful romantic thing ever that you would just not expect from like most men today.
I know. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
And
But it was great. He's got like candles out. He has a violinist.
Yeah.
Um,
And they're kind of like talking, and she says something about how you can't live in a fairy tale.
she says that Lady Di is a cautionary tale.
And he doesn't know who that is, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a trope you see in these movies, specifically with women, that women are so hurt that they like don't believe in fairy tales and like that's supposed to be a bad thing.
Yeah, being realistic.
Yeah. And they're like, it's bad that this woman's realistic. And it's like, why? You want us to like live in some weird made up world?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like the point of the trope is like, I've given up on love. And then they're like, and I'm the person who's going to remind you that love is real.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe love is a grown up version of Santa Claus. I think she's given up on the concept of love entirely.
Yeah. I just don't think that we see the reverse that much where like the men are like, I don't believe in fairy tales. And they're like, you should believe in fairy tales.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a thing that's definitely like put on women.
Oh, for sure. I mean, all of this is marketed to women.
Yeah. And I hate that. But yes, she's like, maybe I'm not good with men. And he's like, maybe you haven't found the right one.
He also, though, kind of has this where he's like, I was never interested in love. Like, he's just interested in inventions.
Yep.
And so they're like, wow, maybe we're
They're
the
both
same.
in their work. They get each other.
They dance.
And
I feel like when they dance on the roof, when people dance in movies, I'm like, I think if someone just grabbed me and started waltzing around, I'd embarrass myself pretty fast.
What do you mean?
I don't think I'd be good at it.
Oh,
I feel like people just like do it in movies. Like we know, we all know.
I don't know. I think you follow pretty fast. A good lead
makes
it easy to follow. You gotta have a good lead.
Yeah.
And he knows how to lead. He's been doing this every weekend.
And it's kind of hot.
Yeah, it's super hot. And then
they kiss.
She finds out that he was supposed to announce a bride that night when he came back through time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the next day.
Yeah.
And Charlie's worried about Kate getting stuck with someone who isn't going to hold up their end, you know? So he's like, just tell me who you are to Leopold. And Leopold says, I'm the man who loves your sister.
Yeah, they have one, like, this brother being like, I'm looking out for my sister conversation.
It's cute. And then, you know,
they
Leopold
have this little conversation. He's like teaching him how to impress her. And he's like, this is how you load a dishwasher, but don't press the button until she sees. Because if a man, you know, washes a dish and a woman isn't there to see it, did it really happen?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He makes her breakfast. She cries.
It's really fancy toast. And looks good.
It looks good. Yeah, it's got like mascarpone cheese and like strawberries. Yeah. And then they go out and like have a little like day trip where they end up at his uncle's home, but in the current time.
Yes. And there's a portrait of him still there.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this like a historic site? I was kind of confused by what
like school too.
I thought it looked like a school as well.
Yeah, or at least part of it did.
Yeah. And then he has a secret drawer there that still is there and no one's ever found. And it's got the box with all the things that he most cared for.
And like, I don't know when she finally decides to believe him that he's from back in time, but I think that would have been the moment for me.
Yeah.
You know, they're like pulling out this thing that's been painted over clearly for like years, you know? And
he's got his mother's ring in there.
Yes.
And then she mentions that she's lived in New York for 10 years and she's never crossed any of the bridges or traveled.
Which seems crazy to me.
It seems crazy.
Also, like as an executive, you're not traveling to like go to meetings and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so hard to believe.
Yeah, I was like, well, why don't you just do that?
She lives her like whole life in Manhattan. And I guess that's like possible.
It's definitely possible. I'm sure that there are people who do that, but it seems unlikely for her as a character.
I don't get it.
And I'm like, just go over just get on a train.
Yep. And I guess we do see her cross a bridge in the end, but through time. And so they're on her fire escape. And
she asks if he's seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. And I'm like, girl,
come on.
She is have you watched it with him? Because if you haven't,
he hasn't.
He has not seen this movie.
Does he have movies yet? I don't even think he has got movies yet.
No, movies don't come around until like the 1920s?
At least.
30s?
Yeah. And so they, whatever, he says he loves her. I think she's asleep. He almost proposes to her.
Yeah.
She's asleep. And then it's commercial day to film, and he does the commercial, and then he tastes the
He has to take a bite of the butter at the end, and he's like,
fucking furious.
This is disgusting. This is an outrage. Like, how are you having me say these things?
Yeah, I can't believe you'll have me lie.
Yeah, and he's like, how are you? He's storming off. People are like, dude, it's a paycheck. Like, you're an actor. And it's true. An actor, you cannot... People do this. I feel like it's a big problem with like, I think that people see commercials and like think that the people are telling the truth in them. And it's crazy to me.
How?
I have had people, because I have done ads, like a variety of social media ads.
Yeah.
And I have had people legitimately be like, oh, is this product like actually really good?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I read the script that they gave me.
Okay, so I think there are people I would ask that from. So like, I do think like on your social media, like in a social media ad where like you're being sent the product, I think I would want to know, like, there are podcasters I listen to who like say that they like this thing, and I'm like, I want to know, like, do you really like this thing?
Right.
Versus like, I just see a guy in a commercial. Like, I don't think.
So if I were doing it on my social media, I would say that's valid.
Yeah.
But if it is a targeted ad, a sponsored ad, that's a commercial.
Yeah.
If you're getting a sponsored ad, even if you recognize the person in it, even if it's read as if it's casual and you know, whoever is talking to you, that is, if it's sponsored, it's a commercial.
Yeah.
That was a script that somebody wrote for them.
And they're saying whatever we're saying.
They're saying
money.
whatever. And I have lied plenty of times.
Yeah.
So
Name names. What are the products you don't like? Say it.
I won't. Book me. I'll lie.
She'll lie so good.
So she's like, how are you okay with this? It's bad. And she's like, I work in advertising.
Okay, I do want to say, sorry, this isn't the advertising thing. There is something messed up with this movie in terms of time, but not in the long time way. When they're like on the fire escape, she's so sad because tomorrow's Sunday. And then it's tomorrow and they're shooting the spot, which is supposed to be shot on Monday.
No, it's supposed to be shot on. Okay. She does say on the fire escape. And I thought this was very confusing because she was like, she has the Sunday scaries. We all do.
Yes.
But it's like, it's Saturday. It's about to be Sunday.
Yes.
She's like, I don't like Sunday because it's about to be Monday.
Yes.
And then she mentions while she's talking about this, she's like, well, I guess we also have to film your commercial tomorrow.
Oh, so it is
So
filmed
it's
on Sunday?
filmed on Sunday was what it made it sound
That's
like.
so weird.
And so then I was like, well, girl, you had to work on Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
But yes, that was confusing.
It was very confusing. And eventually Stewart's let out of the psych hospital. Mm-hmm. And
because like the nurse, he like explains it to the
speech.
nurse and she's kind of like, I believe you. I'm like, do you?
He does like a really passionate speech about how like one dog was able to see a rainbow someday and like none of the dogs can see it. Is that dog crazy? Like, and he explains, because dogs are colorblind, you know? She's like, yeah, that's so true. That's such a good point.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I feel like if you are a nurse who works in a psych ward, you can't go trust in
Not a good sign.
your patients.
No, very
But
sorry.
she does.
She does.
So he gets to go.
And basically, it turns out Kate ends up getting the job from her boss, and she tries to leave a message for Leopold that she got the job. She does it over Stewart's phone, and Stewart's, I think, already sent Leopold to go back in time.
Yes.
And Stewart's listening, and I think he's like, wow, she really loves this Leopold guy. Mm-hmm. And Charlie comes over and sees photos that got developed finally. And he's like, oh my God, this guy was from back in time. And then we jump to back in time.
And
Or no, we don't go back in time.
no, we see that. Wait, okay, yes.
Maybe we go back in time for a second, but basically we go back to Kate in an elevator and it's working fine.
Yeah.
And I think that she would assume that he's gone then, but I don't know if she did in that moment.
I just feel like I agree that the elevators were a big deal, but I just feel like they weren't a big enough deal.
Listen, I agree. Worldwide elevators dying? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And so
this party is at his old
at the same building.
Yeah. So now they're in the same place, different time periods.
Yes. And Charlie and Stewart trying to
get in, and they do this ridiculous. They're not on the guest list. They're like, our sister's in there. You have to let us in. And he's like, no. And then Charlie is like, just starts screaming
like he's nuts. And then they're somehow able to get in, which doesn't make any sense.
I guess if you just act crazy, people let you in places.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't let him in. He just like catches him off guard and they sprint in.
Because I think they see in the photos that she's there in the past, and they're like, they have to get her to jump in this thing within 23 minutes. Because I'm like, why can't they just let her make her speech and then take her? Why are they interrupting this whole thing? But whatever. She eventually does her like weird speech as she sees the photos of herself, and she's like, oh my God, I gotta go.
I gotta go jump off the Brooklyn Bridge.
And so she goes and walks along this thing on the bridge. And jumps in, and she's back in time right before he's about to announce his wife.
Yeah.
And he announces it's her. They say love each other, and they kiss, and that's how they end it.
Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, it was initially, I was kind of like, she's leaving her career for this man. But then I was like, I feel like this might be my favorite version. I can't imagine a better version of a woman leaving her career for a man. Other than to go back in time and be a duchess.
What if it was leaving your career for a man, being in current time,
and you get to be a duchess?
Get to be a duchess, or like whatever, you don't have to work, you have people working for you.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on the woman and like really what her goals are. And I do think that there was some evidence that she was like sick of working, but she was excited for this promotion.
She really liked her work.
I just do think like if you're going to get to that level, like that level of executive, you're running an entire New York office of an advertising company, like that's big deal.
Yes.
You make a lot of money. You're a career person. You are ambitious.
Yes.
You have worked hard to get there. I think that's a different vibe than like someone who's like, oh yeah, I have like a just general low level job, like I'm not really going anywhere. I work, you know, and this isn't my passion and I don't really like it, and I clock in and I clock out. I would feel more happy for that person.
Sure. Yeah, no, this is a lot to lose.
Yeah,
that she fought hard for and like clearly wanted.
I wish that she was like a struggling artist or something.
That'd be great. But then you're kind of like, oh, well, she's not sacrificing. And they always want us to make us go,
they want
wow,
us to be sacrificing. Because I'm like, I feel like you could go back and just like write a bunch of books that haven't been written yet.
Oh,
Get
yeah?
real famous.
You write the books?
Yeah. Steal other people's work.
What book would you write?
I don't know. Harry Potter.
Yeah, back in 1876, you'd get burned.
In 1876, they were done with that.
Were they fully done?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're like, I got this genius idea, guys. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a big hit in the 90s.
All right. Well, I think I'm comfortable with forever. I'm comfortable with 3 months.
If she stays back in time, then it's gonna be forever. But I could. It's not so far back. Like there's a certain point of going back in time that I would be like, that's going to be bad no matter what. Like, that's not going to be enjoyable. I want plumbing. I need
to be allowed to read and have like, a life.
And I think if you're a wealthier woman, you would be able to have more of this than if you were a poor woman in this time. So,
like a wealthy white woman.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So she is kind of set up for success in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like the worst time period. Not great, though.
Not great.
Yeah. And if she gets bored and decides that this was a mistake. Also, the other thing is, like, they haven't been together very long.
No. Like a weekend.
Yeah. So what's his personality like? I mean, he seems very romantic.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be fine. Maybe he won't expect much from her.
I don't know. Like, I think they could have a fun time, but
yeah,
she'll, like, want to get back to some kind of work. And even if it's that being back in time and he's like inventing stuff, and I imagine in her position to be like, all right, here's a list of stuff that needs to get invented.
Yeah.
Like, here are the things.
I'm bored. I want a cell phone.
Yeah.
Stat.
Let's go.
Let's get it going.
Let's make full internet now. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she just gets to help him invent a bunch of things.
I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Kind of be like a hot tub time machine in that sense.
I haven't seen that,
He
but
goes
sure.
back in time and invents basically Google and all this stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. At the end of the movie. Yeah, I don't know. So what, forever, or she gets bored and decides to come back and she's like, this isn't going to work out. I don't even know if it'd be 3 months. I feel like she's going to know fast what she's going to do.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm cool with 2 weeks. 2 weeks or forever.
Yeah.
Classic.
I feel like I think I would be that way.
Yeah.
Like I would either quickly be like, and I feel like I would quickly be like, I fucked up.
I think I would feel that way as well.
Another question I had was like, do you not have friends? You have no
she
friends.
doesn't have friends.
She has no friends. Because I would be like,
but she gives so much shit to Stuart for not having friends, and I'm like, where are yours?
Where are yours? To be like,
like
I would be missing people. I'd be like, I gotta go. This is crazy. Unless I was like truly alone and had nothing other than my job and I was sick of working. Yeah. Which she might be. She might have no friends.
I'm trying to think of like, okay, we have telephone in 1876. It was literally the year of the first telephone.
Yeah.
Typewriter, Heinz ketchup, and Heinz root beer.
Thank God.
Exist. I want to know like what people have and what people don't have here to see how much she hates it. We got like hot running water at this point, right?
I don't think it's actually that bad. It's not so far back that it's like terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. I think not having running water, not having electricity, that's too much.
Yes, if you went back pre all of that, like, I don't know. That's not interesting to me.
All right. Yeah, 2 weeks or forever.
All right.
All right.
This has been When Harry Dumped Sally. Subscribe to our Patreon.
We have episodes here every Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.